Right, the embarrassing Kneecap story continues. John Lydon, Sex Pistol frontman, hits out and says, they need a bloody good kneecapping. Quote, you are my enemy from here on in for the rest of your mediocre existence. If you don't know who Kneecap are, they're a rap trio from Ireland. Yes, those are words that I've just said. And they're absolute fannies. They're embarrassing. They're genuinely embarrassing. And so is everyone that supports them. They are the biggest just laughing stock to come out of Ireland for a very, very, very long time. One, Irish rappers. What? What is that? Stop copying Black America. Honestly, it is genuinely embarrassing. It's pathetic. But they're also just establishment goons, and they know it as well. And all their little followers that think that they're sort of controversial or, you know, they're sort of radical and nah, you ain't punk rock, mate. You are pathetic. They're pro-Palestine. They went to they've been to all these shows all across the world, and they I think they were where did I learn of their existence? I think they were at Glastonbury, which is the biggest like middle class toff event in the UK you could possibly imagine. Glastonbury's just again just full of a bunch of fannies that believe in open borders and yet sit there in a border for their closed event that is incredibly expensive and hard to get a ticket for. It's like the biggest contradictory thing you've ever seen in your life. It's so funny. And they had some they were promoting boat migrants at Glastonbury. They wanted boat migrants to keep coming across the channel. It's like, fuck off, honestly. It is potentially the biggest walking contradiction and something I didn't think I would ever see. An Irishman advocating for their own genocide. Like, that's what they do. If Kneecap would have their way, they would flood their country with immigrants. It's like, okay, good. Good. Pro-establishment, guys. Anyway, they've said a whole bunch of stuff on stage, like free Palestine, Ireland's just like Palestine or some crap, I don't bloody know. I don't care to try and quote them directly, but they are everything you expect the NPC youth to be. And now they've had to walk back their claims because in the UK, like, we don't have free speech in the UK, right? And they do literally support Hamas and they do literally support Hezbollah. Now, these are terrorist organisations. And in the UK, it is against the law to support terrorist organisations. It's against the law to promote terrorist organisations. It's against the law to affiliate yourself with terrorist organisations. And they've literally done that. So, yeah, they had to walk back a lot of claims. They also advocated for people to kill their local MP, which is a little bit distasteful when we have had radical Islamists go and kill conservative MPs, right? Like, it's not good to advocate for political violence. So the story of Kneecap, being the gigantic Irish fannies that they are, has reached what I would say is, just peak comedy levels, where Sex Pistols frontman John Lydon has now basically come out and said they need a bloody good kneecapping. The Irish hip-hop trio have been at the centre of controversy since their appearance at Coachella. There you go. Again, if anything screams like establishment douche canoes, it's going to Coachella in the States. Like, I'm sure it's a great place to be, you know, but you're not exactly anti-establishment, are you, if you're going to Coachella? Come on, behave. Again, like, Coachella is the US's version of Glastonbury. It's just a bunch of that you cannot advocate for open borders whilst going to Coachella. You can't. The staggering lack of self-awareness of some of these idiots is just beyond me. It's so funny. Anyway, where they supposedly blindsided festival organisers by projecting the slogan F Israel, Free Palestine onto the screen behind them, led chants from audiences and gave a speech about their support for Gaza. Yeah, okay. No one cares. Backlash continued when footage from previous live shows resurfaced and showed the members appearing to both support Hamas and Hezbollah. No, it didn't appear. They did. They said up Hezbollah. Like up Hamas. That's supporting. It's not appear to. They did. They do support them. Idiots. As well as call on fans to kill their local MP. Footage from the shows have become the subject of attention from counter-terror police in the UK. Because, I mean, it is literally against the law. Like, you can't support terrorist organisations. And I think that's perfectly reasonable. Like, I think it's perfectly reasonable. You are a traitor if you support terrorist organisations. So while the divisive set at Coachella led to calls from Sharon Osbourne to have their working visas revoked, so now former Sex Pistols frontman John Lydon has weighed in on the situation and claimed that the members need a bloody good kneecapping, referencing the form of physical punishment that inspired their band name. Speaking on Good Morning Britain, frontman John Lydon hit out at the band for their comments regarding MPs, saying, "If you're advocating the death of another human being, then you have no cause whatsoever. You are my enemy from here on in for the rest of your mediocre existence." And I think that's true. I think that's fair enough. Like, you should be able to convey any political point without advocating for death. But it is funny how leftards, and they are leftards, make no mistake, kneecap leftist fannies, absolute vaginas, and not the good kind. Our leftists just support them for death. I mean, you're just stupid. You can't convey a political point without advocating for death. You're a moron. So he continued, "You shouldn't be talking like that. You shouldn't be making enemies of your fellow human beings. Other than that, maybe they need a bloody good kneecapping." So he continued further, and he accused the trio of copying the Sex Pistols. Says, "I think they're following what they think is the Sex Pistols route. It's helpful, isn't it, when you get the Financial Times propping you up?" Lydon continued, saying that although the Sex Pistols were celebrated in business papers and publications, it only came as an attempt to humiliate them. Kneecap, though, he claimed, were getting coverage because that's become the format. Previously, Kneecap's management have spoken about how the band got their name and highlighted how it came in a bid to reclaim the term and the surrounding imagery. It was also chosen ironically, as some of the topics they discussed may have led to them being kneecapped during Northern Ireland troubles. Sure, whatever. We knew what was that was going to be the reaction of people being really outraged. It's such an extreme form of art through satire that it creates this dialogue where people start defending us or coming after us online. It's hilarious that they're so dedicated and they're not even sure why they're annoyed. No, people just think you're fannies, mate. You are nothing and absolute nobodies, and you are just a bunch of fannies. I mean, you literally capitulated. You know, you just cowed. You don't even have conviction. Like, you're like, "Oh, let us be unequivocal. We do not and have never support Hamas and Hezbollah." Yes, you have. Like, there are videos of you saying up Hamas, up Hezbollah. What are you talking about? Like, what are you actually... What? You can't even stand behind your own conviction because you realise that what you're doing is just trying to jump on a bandwagon. Absolute vaginas. We also reject any suggestion that we would seek to incite violence. You literally said kill your local MP. There's videos of you saying it. What? Oh, it's an extract of footage deliberately taken out of context. What was the context then? Was it supposed to be a ha joke? Kill your local MP? Ha ha ha, just kidding. No, mate. No. Absolute bunch of NPC tards. Leftist tards. And anyone furiously typing down below going, "They're not vaginas. They're amazing. I love them." Yeah, go fillet them, I guess. But you're a leftard as well.